Chapter 6635. Charlie's words made Mitsui suddenly realize. The truth is actually very simple, but he just didn't think it through. Whether these gangsters are respected after entering prison does not depend on their status before they came in, but on how much influence they can still have after they come in. After these two people go in, as long as they put enough pressure on the new successors, they can even send people into the prison to assassinate the former boss. At that time, it will be easy to make Nishida Yuhong and Tokuoka Machi live a miserable life, right? After understanding the interests involved, Mitsui Yoshitoka felt relieved. He smiled and said, "Mr. Wade is right. In that case, I will ignore them for now. When they are in jail, I will let their own people deal with them slowly." After that, he said to the superintendent of police, "Watanabe, the Yamaguchi-gumi, and the Inagawakai have caused you so much trouble this time. You must make them suffer." The superintendent of police nodded and said, "Mr. Mitsui, don't worry. These two families are so lawless this time. They must be severely punished. I have deployed an emergency raid on their businesses tonight. Their bars, casinos, red light districts, and all other businesses will be temporarily ordered to suspend operations and be inspected and rectified tonight for various reasons. I will make them pay a heavy price and teach them a lesson." The superintendent of police was as annoyed with these gangs as Mitsui Yoshitoka. After all, they dared to cause such a big thing and did not take these two people seriously at all. Without Mitsui Yoshitoka's reminder, Watanabe himself would try his best to give these organizations a severe blow. Mitsui Yoshitoka also said with a grim face at this time, "I will convene a meeting of the Mitsui family tonight and formulate a plan. Starting from tomorrow, we will suppress the Yamaguchi-gumi, Inagawakai, and Sumiyoshikai in all directions." At this time, a voice came from the intercom of the superintendent of police. "Director Watanabe, we have mobilized trucks to transport the bodies. Mr. Mitsui can't wait to go in to identify relatives. Do you think we should let him in?" The superintendent of police understood that Mr. Mitsui and his subordinates were talking about Mitsui Yoshiyasu, who was waiting outside. So he looked at Mitsui Yoshitoka and asked him, "Mr. Mitsui, what do you think?" Mitsui Yoshitoka did not answer but turned to look at Charlie. "Mr. Wade, what do you think?" Mitsui Yoshitoka's own bodyguards have basically been killed. Now if he wants to target his younger brother, he has to rely on Charlie's help and support. At the very least, he needs to control him on the spot, and he is unable to do it alone. Charlie also knew what he meant, so he said, "I'll ask the IGA ninja to take those samurai to other rooms for detention. And then ask Hattori Hanzo to bring a few confidants to follow you and listen to your orders." Mitsui Yoshitoka said gratefully, "Thank you very much, Mr. Wade." Charlie immediately called Hattori Hanzo and asked his men to settle those samurai first, so as to prevent Mitsui Yoshiyasu from finding clues on the way in. Just as the IGA ninja took the samurai to the rooms on both sides for detention, the plane that took off from Washington had just left the U.S. airspace and entered the ocean. On the plane, a blond man answered a satellite call and then hurriedly ran to the independent bedroom at the back of the plane and knocked on the door. "Chairman, something bad has happened." After the chairman spent $1 billion secretly, he returned to the bedroom to rest in bed while waiting for the news of Tawana's death. Suddenly he heard his men shouting outside the door that something bad had happened. He was startled and quickly got up. He hastily pushed open the door and asked him, "What happened? Did the first wave of assassinations fail?" "No," the blond man shook his head in panic and said with tears in his eyes, "I just received a call from your father. He said that Steve Rothschild of the Rothschild family has just released a message in all Chable circles related to Tawana." "What?" The chairman's heart skipped a beat, and he quickly asked, "What specific news was released?" The blond man said, "Steve Rothschild claimed that whoever ordered the $1 billion secret spending on Tawana must withdraw it immediately and call him in person to explain the situation. Otherwise, once he finds out, he will use all means to attack the other party, and the fight will not stop until one dies." The chairman felt his legs go weak and he almost fell to the ground. Fortunately, the blond man supported him in time, allowing him to stabilize his body. He asked in horror, how could Tawana, a mere singer, have a relationship with the heir of the Rothschild family? I have racked my brains for so many years but have not been able to get in touch with the core circle of the Rothschild family. But this Tawana can make Steve Rothschild, the second in command, speak directly in the Chable circle. This is to publicly protect her. How did she do it? The blond man was also at a loss. This? I don't know. But your father means that if this secret money was made by you, you must withdraw it immediately and explain to Steve Rothschild immediately. Otherwise, once it is discovered, the whole family will be implicated. DMN it. The chairman said in a panic, $1 billion in secret spending and $100 million in handling fees. Whether it succeeds or not, or even if I withdraw it halfway, the $100 million will be wasted. If I withdraw it now, the $100 million will be thrown away in vain. Besides, Steve may not be able to find out about me, right? Doesn't the underground network keep strict confidentiality for its customers? They are professionals in this field, so they must have professional ethics, right? As he said that, he quickly comforted himself. Also, we pay in cryptocurrencies, which are data on the blockchain and are anonymous. The transaction links are protected by both the cryptocurrency officials and the underground network operators, so they won't be exposed, right? The blond man quickly reminded, Chairman, don't be lucky at this time. The so-called profession of the underground network ethics is for ordinary people, but not for the Rothschild family. If the Rothschild family wants, they can dig out all the operators of this underground network. These operators of the underground network are powerful in the underground network. If they are really caught in the sun, the Rothschild family can crush them all with just a finger. At that time, how can they keep secrets for us?